What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. Quite an interesting week in politics. So before I even get into what I'm getting into, is there anybody else here that watches this channel that sort of watches other political channels and has noticed the political soap opera that's transpired recently? Hold on, let me fix my keyboard. The keyboard's pretty dope. Look at this shit. It's a pretty dope. This is a pretty dope keyboard, if I do say so myself. Some of the political drama that's transpired recently, with between TYT and Jimmy Dore, and now Kyle Kalinske sort of had to say his piece on the whole thing. Quite fascinating. I mean, listen, I don't like to get into drama myself, but watching it slowly unfold has been both entertaining and a little bit sad and interesting at the same time, because a lot of people got introduced into politics via TYT. What's PYT? Pretty young, dang. Because of TYT. So like to see it kind of implode within itself is quite interesting. But I think they've been going that route for a long time. Of course, I do like Jimmy Dore, but he's very he only has one gear. And to see Kyle Kalinske yo, what the fuck is going on is also pretty interesting. So that's neither here nor there. If you have been keeping up with that, let me know in the comment section below. We can chit chat about it back and forth. It all started with Russiagate, I can say. And if you do want me to cover my thoughts on the whole Russiagate scandal, then let me know. Enough of you have to let me know, though, because it's not in the Yang algorithm, so YouTube's going to see it and be like, what's this? This isn't Andrew Yang. This isn't what you do. Wasiktula. It's just gonna toss that shit to the side. So I need to know enough of you are going to watch my opinion on Russiagate, so that the algorithm's like, okay, I guess they dig this too. But anyways, a lot of people have been saying that this is it for Andrew Yang. This was his last hurrah, and his campaign ended up in flames so badly that there is no coming back from this. This is it. He's tapping out, and we're going to need a new leader to pass the torch. And listen, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I don't know if this is the end for Andrew Yang. Do I think he's going to take a small hiatus or a small break? Yeah, sure. He probably should, too, because of the fashion in which he lost. But do I know that it's, definitely the end of Andrew Yang and his political aspirations? I don't know. My heart tells me no. My brains may say otherwise, and it's a battle between the two. But regardless, even if Yang is out, UBI is in. Okay? And I'm not the only person that feels this way. A ton of people feel like this. Even people that are sort of sneering at Yang and laughing at Yang and being like, thought you had a shot. Even they have to admit, yeah, but okay, old boy brought UBI to the front table. So I just wanted to talk about UBI for a little bit, and then we can go on about our day. So, I would say UBI was Yang's signature issue. Would you agree? His movement and his footprint was bigger than any election and bigger than any politician. And it's here to stay. And Yang deserves a ton of credit for bringing back, I should say, the idea of basic income to the masses. And this idea of UBI has been in America for decades. And it's similar to how Sanders brought back the idea of Medicare for all. That's not a new concept. And UBI wasn't a new concept either, right? I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with the National Welfare Rights Organization. If not, look it up. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Black Panthers have historically been involved with the idea of universal basic income. Even preceding Yang, right? If you really dig deep, um, there's been black political advocates that's been for universal basic income, and this is why I I'm so bothered by the fact that there was no African American and Latino support for Andrew Yang, because he is touting an idea that's been pushed by black politicians and advocates for a long time. Michael Tubbs, for instance. Also, the program Magnolia Mothers Trust had to do with that, and that was strictly, almost strictly, um, towards black women and a UBI for black women. So it's been a racially driven program, and it's just been an idea and a thought process that's been around for a while. Now, UBI is more commonly understood because one could argue Yang got farther than any political pundit has ever gotten while pushing universal basic income on such a grand stage, right? To where the Overton window, one would say, has shifted and all eyes were on it. And uh, I mean, with COVID-19, right? Um, that put even more eyes on it. Now, the U.S. never got a UBI program, but we got as close to one as we ever had. Other countries were doing a sort of UBI, a much more kind of UBI than what we were doing, but this was close enough, and quite frankly, it got people thirsting for it, right? Now, why can somebody like me and other Yang gang, even though Yang lost the presidential race and he lost the mayoral race, why can we sit here and say Yang succeeded? Because we can go and look, and I'm looking at his losses right here in front of me. We can go and look and say he succeeded, right? How can I sit here, look you guys in the face and say that? And here's why, because I have the quote. During Yang's presidential race, Yang often said that he would consider his campaign a success if other politicians embraced the idea of basic income and worked toward direct cash policies. Over more than 50 mayors have joined Mayors for a Guaranteed Income, with dozens testing the impact of direct cash program via pilots. Boards of supervisors in Los Angeles and Santa Clara have joined the common cause. Los Angeles is launching the biggest pilot in the country that's also to be fully funded by public dollars, and California Governor Gavin Newsom included $35 million for piloting funding in his budget, marking the first time a state has committed funds toward guaranteed income disbursements. Understand when we say that even if this was Yang's last hoorah, it ain't over. He's done what he intended to do. Now, I'm sure if he can keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to get even bigger, he absolutely would. But even if he were to tap out right now, I'd say mission successful. I just read to you what LA is doing, what all these mayors are doing. Like, it's a thing. That's why it's so amusing when I still go on Twitter, when I go on Twitter and I see people still trying to bash UBI. Bro, that's over. We're done with that. If you were doing that during the presidential run, fine, but that's over. Even people like Kyle Kalinske, let's bring him back up, who was an avid Bernie supporter, had to admit, yo, UBI is fucking dope. Bernie, you need to get on this shit. What are you doing? So that's why, and if you're reading the thumbnail, it says what it says. Even if Yang is out, UBI is here to stay. UBI is in. Basic income is an idea with staying power that has a wide range of champions and supporters. All great movements at some point must and will move beyond a single messenger. That's the only way to get the change you aspire to achieve. And I don't know if it's the end for Andrew Yang, but basic income has done just that. Okay. I mean, we can get into the different kinds of basic incomes there are. I think even, let's see what old Joey boy. So I read to you what LA was doing. Even at the federal level, Joe Biden has the American Rescue Plan, and it's one of the largest expansions of cash policies in our nation's history between additional stimulus checks and the one-year expansion of the child tax credit. The child tax credit will essentially provide a guaranteed income to nearly every parent in America, with payments up to $300 per child monthly. Congressional candidates like Cori Bush and Charles Booker had significant success in their races while connecting racial and gender justice with economic justice and endorsing a guaranteed basic income as part of the solution. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Basic income is here to stay. Right? And so anybody worried or anybody sad or anybody like looking like this is the last hope that they had, this ain't it. Some might say this is even the beginning. If Yang is out, like this was the catalyst for the next wave, to the next torchbearer. So, what I want to say to you is, Yang Gang for life. I'll always be Yang Gang. People are asking in the comment section, what am I going to do next? Well, I'm still going to cover Andrew Yang because I'm positive he's still going to be politically involved in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what his next step is, but he's always going to be involved in politics. He's always going to help out the next man and woman. I still am going to cover all sorts of different things that's going on in politics, right? It may not always leave the U.S. Like I know there's tons of stuff going on in Syria and stuff like that. I'm one man. I can't cover everything. But I'm still going to be, politically active. There's still going to be uploads on this channel, and we ain't going nowhere, baby. What do you think? What do you think about UBI? Is it going to the next level? Is it here to stay? Is it over for Yang? Is there going to be another torchbearer? Let your heart out. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say. Just know I read every comment, okay? And that's it. So, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, a Venmo, a Patreon. Links are in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. UBI, baby. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.
Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you'll see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth. Yeah, I know that we all have fear. In the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in our ear. Let it push you to see more clear. I don't wanna think about the pain no more. Everybody's not the same. We all open different doors. Yeah, we've all got different brains. That's what keeps starting these wars. I just stay within my lane, hope my words even score. I just try to keep it real.